Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm just testing out here. Can you hear me? I got Colleen out there. I jumped down here a couple minutes early. Just want to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? If you could, give me a 5-5. I'd appreciate it. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, thanks, Colleen. How are you doing? Okay, at least you guys can hear me a little bit better. Let's see what else we have going on here today. So I want to give you an update on my eyes. So it got really painful. So I did just about what everybody. First of all, I want to say thank you to Shelly out there who was sending me suggestions, Robbie who was sending me suggestions, and I'm still concerned about whether or not this is a sty up in here because even my husband, I want to say thank you. He took off and went and got over the counter stuff because, and then actually the over the counter stuff started to show the healing. Um, and this time of year, it's very hard for me to not want to wipe my eyes. And there's so much pollen all over the place. My husband just got through spraying down, washing down again the backyard. It's my system just has to get used to it. But in any case, I finally made an eye doctor's appointment. The medical doctor called up. Don't really have good insurance because I'm waiting one more year. I'm so close. I'm like about 9 months away to getting enrolled into the Medicare. But anyways, so it's better. I could see out of it. I still get a little blurry from time to time, but I originally, when it started over a week ago, it almost felt like I may have scratched my eye. I was seeing flashes of white light, and then I would seeing the floaters. The floaters are gone. The flashing is gone. But there's no pain in the eyes, and there's actually something that's over the counter. I think he went to Walgreens. It's called Stye. Put it in there, and it just seemed to clear up my eye very quickly. So it's all good. It is all good. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about other things in the health arena. So this story came out, let's see here, March 25th, and this is April 3rd. Mind-blowing cancer breakthrough alerts. When they do these things and they don't talk about them on mainstream media, but you get them out on X first, I'm always kind of hesitant. But with this one, it's in the reference to the red light, okay? So up to 92% of the skin cancer cells are destroyed within 30 minutes, while healthy cells stay completely untouched and thriving with the red light therapy. So yeah, so this is a good thing. I know that you could put anybody could put anything out there, especially if they're in the line of business of red lights. But I'm seeing more and more of people coming out making claims about cancer. So hang in there. It's unfortunate, another unfortunate obvious display that they are hiding other things for us. I just kind of get into this point where I'm so sick and tired of them hiding, but they didn't start this, right? So I've been on this planet for over 60 years, and this stuff goes back hundreds and hundreds of years back. It's just the evilness that they did with. Now I see so much stuff out there that I don't know if people are making shit up out on YouTube, and it could be like, oh, the pyramids have not been here as long as they claim. It's all the history. So since we don't know the history, I think people may use AI to gather information, and so this is it's getting to me. Um, I only want to see the receipts and the facts and the data if you're going to present something to me. And so that's the way that it goes out there. Hey, I see Buckshot is out there. How you doing, Buck? Um, and I got my mic working, Buck. I asked Buck to help me this morning. He's obviously out and about. So Colleen is saying that her daughter used that too. It's called Sty, if anybody wants to know. Um, I don't know what I had. I think I had 2 different things going on at the same time, and, um, and that's the way it goes. Alright, so what else we have going on? Robert, Kennedy? Robert F. Kennedy? Do we still have to call him junior? He's really not a junior anymore. But anyways, for years, they were telling us that the food was the enemy, right? Now he's actually came out, I think, 2 days ago or yesterday, and dang it, Fox News, they had him in a room. You couldn't hear. Everything was echoing, but they're talking about the microplastics. Anything that if you drink out of a water bottle that is plastic, your orange juice that everything comes in a plastic container. I know that a lot of you know this already. And but he's cracking down on it. At least that's what they're saying, right? So time will tell on there, okay? And let's see here. We've got more people talking about the cure for cancer will be available in the next 2 years on a large scale. Why? Because we have reached that 80-20 rule. 80% awake and aware of the scam keeps getting us sick, keeping the cure away. Well, God's people no longer tolerate the scams, and that is God's truth on Good Friday, giving it to you, giving it to you. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have going on? What else is happening in the health arena? Those were the top things that I bookmarked out there. I'm sure there's a lot more people are making claims out there. It's just, it is what it is. I see Kathy is out there from Canada. Hello, hello. Anybody else out there? Just let me know where you're at. I appreciate you being here. Going to be talking about some different topics. I don't know if you guys have heard or seen that the Trump's presidential library is basically there are so many different pictures out there, and I don't know what to believe, you guys. So if you follow anything, Eric Trump is the one that put supposedly it's Eric Trump out there. This is how I am. I don't know. Is it real? Is it fake? Should I stay or should I go? That type of thing, right? But yeah, so a lot of people are saying that I think it came out around the 31st or the April Fool's Day. I don't know. And time will tell on this. And it's supposed to be in Miami. You guys tell me, what do you think out there? Let's see. We have Allison is out there. Hey, Allison, blessings to you too. All right, let's see here. Okay, the Library of Congress deleted history. 1866 congressional docs were originated of the 14th said foreigners or aliens do not get birthright citizenship. Everyone save a copy now. It's history. So it's really interesting. Everybody, I'm going to go back to Jason Q's stuff where I think he said he had over 1 million documents. I'm thinking, why? Why not do this electronically? But obviously, he had always said, it's right there. It's the receipt. It's the proof is in the pudding. And maybe he'll get his own JQ library to store that in. He's got I don't know. He built it himself, so whether or not everything that he has in there is actual factual truth, or stories that he found along the way, it would have to be proven, that type of thing, but more power to him. So going back to my story, the Library of Congress, if you guys do your research, I think there's a few years, 1816 and 1819, 1816 to 1819, history was almost kind of like removed, right? And yeah, so people are all saving things on their computers, on their hard drives. In a way, I kind of think that what Jason has is good, but take a match. It'll be gone in a second. That's what happened with everything they've done in the past. I kinda like the idea. You put it in, some electronic format, put it out on the cloud, put it somewhere else, that type of thing. What else do we have going on? Oh, credit scores didn't exist before 1989. How many of you guys, just let me know, how many guys actually gave a shit about your credit score? I never did. And it's so funny because everyone's like, "You gotta get your credit score," and so many people still follow that, but before 1989, what did you do? What did you do before 1989 if you wanted to buy a home? Well, let's see, I'm trying to think of what is the first year I bought my townhouse. It was right about that time. I don't think that we had credit scores because I wasn't threatened with it from any bank. So Americans bought homes without them. Then companies came along and took control, who profit from your score. For score and many years ago, right? It's all wealthy setup. It really is. And let's see what else we have out here. Um, let's see. There's some pretty big things that are coming up on Homeland Security news. Some of you may have seen that there was Iran destroyed a commercial vessel, and that thing is on Marshall Island. All right, and it's attempting to pass through the Strait of Hamas. And there's so much stuff going around that. I love it. What did Trump say to everyone? Rest of the world, okay, this is what America has done. I've helped you. Not I, but he says, we have helped you. Our military has helped every other country out there. I'm not going to help you anymore. Get off your ass. And if you want to, you didn't back me. And if because you didn't back me, I'm not going to back you anymore. Yes, it's like teaching the kids to stand up and find their own backbone, right? Get up off your ass and do the hard work. You know what? America wasn't put here. Or, well, some people tried to make it that way. And I'm not saying that it's not one man's fault. It's many years of this, but yeah, enablers. We were enablers, right? All right, let's just see what else we have going on out there. Massive blackout across the Southern California. This was on the 26th, so I'm getting kind of caught up. I've been without an eye, and I'm not kidding. I couldn't see bright lights, computers, TVs, everything. So it was really nice. I turned my cell phone off. I dimmed all my TVs if I wanted to see something. And I don't know if my husband has adjusted to it or not, or if he even really notices it. But some of the TVs out there, you guys, are it's crazy. It's just like you turn it on. It's like the white light behind me. Whoa, you get sucked right into it, right? And so my eyes and my mind, something there was a disconnect there, and it's like I'm like, "I can't go into the light." So I made everything really dim. Alright, what is, Charlene has got a statement out here. Charlene is saying, "But JQ is following what the Q drops say, everything should be stored offline." Yeah, and if you believe in the Q drops, if you don't believe in the Q drops, whatever it is, right? It's all personal preference. I'm not disputing it, but I'm just saying that's my idea. All right, let's see here. Going back to this massive blackout across the Southern California, over 44,000 homes and businesses without power in Orange County. If you're in Orange County, let me know. How was it for you? San Diego Gas and Electric reporting over 100,000 customers affected. Cause is unknown. Anybody out here from the Orange County? Let me know if this is truth. I'm actually looking at a video out there, and they're showing it at nighttime. I do see some lights, but I do see a particular area where there's a blackout. All right. Let's see here. And everybody, whenever there's a story out there, everybody's running it against every AI. Now let's talk about this AI, you guys. AI, robots, all that stuff. It's all designed by human beings. You don't put the information in a central repository; it won't give you the information back. Again, you got to be very careful with that. I just saw something out there. I think a buckshot all the time with him trying to find a job, and I run across this video that's out there where you've got robots remodeling houses. Right? They got the what do you call it? Hand screwdriver or whatever. It's electric screwdriver. They're putting screws together. They're building shelves and all this other stuff, and they can actually lift it up over their head. And I'm sitting there going, Okay, so what does a blue collar uh carpenter, I guess I don't know what you call him anymore. I don't know what the title is. That's what my dad did for a living. He built houses and stuff like that. But what do you pay them against a robot? I mean, are you paying the same amount of money because you got this robot to do this kind of work? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Colleen says, I finally got some tomatoes planted. Yay! Here's my address, Colleen. Let's see what else we have out there. Good for you, Colleen. I'm glad you got them planted. So this is April 3rd. I think a lot of people started theirs here, seeding in their garage or whatever. In February, let's see here. What else do we have? California is sitting on 600 million barrels of oil. It's locked up over a decade by the Dems' stupidity. Now, if we're finding out everything that's going on, so California's got the spotlight on them right now, right? They do. And you've got Nick Shirley out there that's reporting all this stuff. They have one address for, oh gosh, I'm going to have to come across that 143 hospice um, locations, and it's using one address only. They've been siphoning money for, bullshit is basically what it is. They're crooked as all hell. But anyways, if California is sitting on 600 million barrels of oil and it's locked up over a decade by stupidity, yeah, and then all of a sudden there's a power outage. What do you guys think is actually going on? Mm-hmm. Yep, 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 yep. Let's see what Colleen has to say. Mine are a foot tall already, and I've already a month before I can plant them. We've been getting pounded with storms this week, and our yards look like swamps. We've got no rain. I hate to say this, there's no humidity. I'm not complaining. I'm gonna enjoy it while you can, but good for you. A foot tall in March or not March. April is pretty good. Um, You'd be making sauces, tomato sauce, canning them. Do you can them, Colleen? I'm talking to my people out here and also, let's see if I can put some of these up on the screen here too. Um, let's see. All right. Talking to Colleen and reading some of the stories that are out there. All right. So I heard this could be a joke, and I think it might be. Instead of Trump calling them ICE, right? He's going to call them NICE, which stands for national, international. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be really good if he did that. What else do we have going on there? Okay, so there was another chess move made with Pam Bondi. Any of you guys realize what is actually going on there? So the guy that they're putting in there temporarily, I think, is going to be the guy that knows the Epstein files the best, and I think that is how it's going to be played out. And more and more people, are basically going to be will be told about them. Maybe they're cleaning up Congress this way, right? So it's apparent to me that most of Congress and some of the rhinos were involved. Time will tell. Unless you guys have somebody decoded something, let me know what it is. All right, the Democratic Party today announced that it's going to change its symbol from a donkey to a condom because it's more accurately reflects the party's political stance. A condom allows for inflation, holds production, destroys the next generation, protects a bunch of dicks, and gives you a sense of security while you're actually being screwed. I didn't say that. All right. All right. This is good. This is good. What do you guys think about that one? What else do we have coming up here? The Unabomber, whose real name was Ted Kaczynski, was a former mathematician prodigy who became infamous for a nationwide bombing campaign in the United States between 1978 and 1995. Now that we know what we know, what do you think he knew? So basically, they were targeting scientists, academics, and technologists. Kaczynski killed 3 people and injured more than 20 before his arrest. What set him apart from other criminals was not just his lifestyle in his remote Montana cabin, but in 1995 manifesto, Industrial Society and Its Future. I'm going to jump down here because this is awful. So basically, many of his predictions, mass anxiety and depression, alienated from nature, a sense of powerlessness, and to live in our lives to become dedicated by technology systems. All right. So once it seems like that the paranoid is raving from a recluse, now read for many like a stark and uncomfortable mirror reflecting the state of the world today. And basically, what they're basically saying is that a lot of people are not trusting the technology, and a lot of people will say, "I'm going off grid." They think they're going off grid, and if you come in and born into this world at this time, you're never off grid, and that's the way it goes. All right, let's see here. Charlene is saying that talking about the weather. We've had some beautiful showers last week, perfect for absorbing instead of running off. We haven't had anything. We've been waiting. We've been waiting so long. Let's see here. What else do we have going on out here? Um, yeah, we're just all just sitting there. I had a very bad thought, you guys. I've got to share it with you. What if? What if they don't give you everything in the next 3 years, but someone else steps in that can continue this process for another term. Alright, don't. Okay, okay. Sorry, but it came to me a couple of times. So, the man behind the mask, right? What if, I'm just saying, but, if you guys follow the Q drops, if you follow anything that's going on, it just seems like it's never ending. I said that to one of my friends. She goes, "Oh, I hope not. God, don't say that." Alright, let's see here. Yeah, there's just the more stories. I'm going to actually go to a different topic here. What's going on with the weather? Since we're talking about weather right now here. Yeah, so let's see. This is March 16th. There was a lot of floods that you guys knew. I don't think I've got any other updates on the weather since then. I haven't really been on social media. I've kind of gave myself a break from it. So let's see what's in my other bookmarks. Let's see. If I don't have weather, what did I do? I think I did random. Oh, yeah. So I actually saw something out there. Looks like there's been some stories out there, but see, it's really hard to tell when it's on YouTube and it's AI. So talking about YouTube a little bit, I get another email from YouTube that's basically saying, "Hey, ripples of waves, if you want to dispute not getting monetized." I knew that hell was not going to freeze over right about now. So what you can do is you can't delete anything that you've used that belongs to somebody else. And I'm thinking, well, the majority of the stuff is like when I show what's on X, other videos and stuff. But then just more recently, like the timing was really bad. I put like 3 videos out there, 6 videos. And I said, you can't delete them. I'm like, all right, so how can I dispute this or resolve it? So they said, start creating your own. We'll give you 1 month to do that, and then we'll review it again. And I'm like thinking, I'm not jumping through hoops for this. I'm done with this. 7 years, you haven't given me one penny. What makes you think that I want it now, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this. You can't use AI. You can't use, somebody else's videos. You have to be a real creator and do everything yourself. And so I was just sitting there, thinking about this. How many people have stole my videos, and have reused them, taken them from BitChute because I've been around for 7 years and I've seen my shit pop up. And it's just, how many other people out there have seen somebody else's name or, under another video that that was made by somebody else. And it's just such bullshit. It really is. And so that's my little thing I wanted to just share with you guys. Um, and let's see what else. There was something else I was going to share with you, but I can't think of it right now. All right, so we've got plenty of oil. They're telling people if you want your own oil, stick up for your own country, go get it, that type of thing. And What do you how do you guys feel about that? All right, I don't like what I'm seeing in this category here. I think that was under the random ones. Yeah, that was under the randoms. Let's see, any other truths that I can talk about that are out there that are happening? Um, nope, I'm just waiting for somebody to be accountable for something at this point, and that's just it. Not seeing anything really spectacular going on. There's been some talk a little bit about XRP, Bitcoin, that type of thing, but not a lot that I think is you know not like when silver was rising like crazy, and then again they got the rug pulled from underneath you. Let's see what else we have out here. Um, let's see here. Okay, apparently there's a portal over Switzerland, and it's showing it like a ring of fire. I'm not buying it. How many of you guys have seen that out there? I can't show it to you, but let's see what else we have out there. There's this guy out there. He's called Just the Average MAGA Patriot, and he goes through every single day and he puts out there who is a pedophile and who is not a pedophile. So I only seen a few of them where they talk about who is not, and I like to see those, because I kind of do the reverse. I think everyone in Hollywood isn't, unless you tell me that he's not. And apparently, Jesse from Full House is not. And what's his name? John Stamos. He played Jesse. Now they're talking about the Brady Bunch. Ugh, I kind of heard some stories along the line there, and I didn't know if they were true or not, you know, 10, 20 years ago, but that's coming out. They were saying who was abused and who was the abuser. So, eh, more bullshit of Hollywood. All right. So, there's but a lot going on in California. The Chinese American big brothers and sisters are planting a bomb, supposedly. And this is just came out 2 hours ago. This is breaking. The Chinese American brother and sister accused of planting a bomb at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa Bay, Florida, on March 10th were born in the U.S. to a Chinese illegal aliens. So, have you guys been hearing about all the births that they've been doing in California? It's crazy. It is really crazy. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Gitmo is undergoing a new expansion, more courtrooms built. And this is coming from Joe M. More capacities. It's not the foreign terrorist that they're saying. I think it's going to be something a little bit closer to home. What else do we have out here? Okay, how many of you people were looking up and watching the Artemis 2? Okay. Yeah, let's see what else do we have out here. I'm just trying to find some wild and crazy stories out here. Ah, boy, there's been a lot of arrests on other judges. Yeah, I'd like for someone to give us a list. Just give us an update, right? Gathering, just put them in the categories of government people. You got your judges over here, you've got Congress over here, you got your House of Representatives. Just let us know who's been replaced because I can't keep track, nor do I want to anymore. So, going back to the story in California, I think that what they were basically saying, there was over 100,000 babies that were born to Chinese. I think it was so they were born in this country, um, and they were either surrogates, but they were telling they were not telling. How do we put this here? They were allowing them to have the babies in California. It was over 100,000 of them over a certain amount of years. I don't know if these babies were like sent back to China or not, but it's crazy because you can't have a lot of children in these other countries, especially China, and I'm sure that somebody was making a lot of money off of that. I'm actually trying to find the story. Let's see what we got here. Yes, lots of stuff on that Artemis. Um, okay, let's see here. Hyundai just announced a stunning $26 billion investment in the United States for the next 2 years. Looking for a job, look for all these automobile manufacturers. There's one that just came, and I want to say it was Mercedes that's coming to Alabama. Now there's another one that they're putting Hyundai in. And let's see what else we have here. 25,000 direct jobs are created. Over 80% of these vehicles will be made in the United States. So we're bringing back everything that they took away and sent to other countries. All right, let's see there. Yes, and there's been new theories out there on cloning, you guys. I don't have that story up with me right now. But yeah, so I made a joke one time and I said, because I always thought Robert Redford was extremely handsome man. And I think Brad Pitt is a really good looking guy. And I don't know when I made this comment, but it was like one of these Tourette's outbursts where I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Pitt's was a clone from Robert Redford. Well, that's what they're saying out there right now. All right, I got to go out there and see what you guys are saying. Back to you now. Let's see. Hey, everybody. This is Good Friday. This is Janine. And Colleen has got some tomatoes that are growing very fast. She said she's going to be doing a lot of canning. She has 6 kinds of tomatoes growing, and they're all germinated. So she has about 25 plants, and we'll need to give some away. Here I am. I wish I still lived in Illinois because I'd be knocking on your door, girlfriend. All right, let's see what else we have out there. Lisa Davis is here from Hawaii. I hope that the weather's got much better. See, that's so weird. We haven't had any rain. We got cloudy days. If you guys ever watch cams from around the world on YouTube, you'll see every one of them. In the last 3 or 4 days, it was cloudy, and I pay attention to little details like that, right? And then you have certain areas. Chicago's getting hit with rain. Hawaii was just, geez, I'm surprised that the islands are still there. But let's see here. I was also talking about the Brady bunch earlier too. Some were good, some were bad. Peter Brady got married in Joliet, says Colleen. I knew someone who lived by where he had the reception. Greg Brady allegedly had a thing with Carol Brady. I know. So that's where they're saying some of them, some of them were abused, and it actually I don't know. Greg was very, very mature. Uh, but yeah, and of course, the Mike Brady played his dad was gay. So I just hope that these kids were not harmed. But that's what they're kind of talking about out there. I don't have the story yet. The guy said it was supposed to come out today with it. Artemis, is this Charlene? Oops. Let me click up one more. Artemis launch was extremely quiet compared to the launches. Didn't even shake the windows. Hmm. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff out on X over there, things that look like they were balloons, kind of got deflated. That they're basically going to prove that they can't get a rocket out. I don't know. Let's see what else. Oh, here's something. Here is something. It just perfect timing. Amby Davis, who played Alice, the housekeeper on the Brady Bunch, is not a pedophile. Well, that's good to know. This is coming from just your average mega patriot. If you guys follow X, in real life, Davis did not have a family of her own, and after the Brady Bunch wrapped, she devoted her time to religious faith. Davis moved in with the bishop, Bill Frey, and his wife. Oh, there's a whole story on Ann B. Davis. So Davis is a veteran actor whose career began a decade ahead of the Brady Bunch and whose performance uh, garnered her several Emmy Awards. And she didn't turn her back on Hollywood altogether, but she could no longer take the acting job in the years leading up to her death. She died in 2014. Okay, as her health began to deteriorate, she had arthritic knees, rotor cuffs, and limited arm movement. So there's basically this bishop and his family took care of her. Her eyesight was also beginning to fail. She basically was very religious. I did not know that. And she had never had a bad thing said about her. She was truly one of the good ones in the industry. She died at the age of 88 on June 2014. That's nice to hear. And there's some pictures out there of her. Um, let's see here. And everybody's just basically saying, "Yeah, she was good." You could tell the good people. You know the good ones. Yes, let's see here. Um So, Drill Baby Drill, LFG, full throttle, breaking news, the US to sell Alaska oil gas leases for the first time since 2019. So he's opening up a lot of things back. So that was all shut down. You guys remember that big shutdown of the Alaskan oil line and stuff like that? So there you guys go. And then, of course, they had to create a lot of other things about fracking and I don't know, save the planet type of thing. um, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, they're basically now showing you the proof is in the pudding with the mask. They basically can tell you, um, like they've got these meters up to somebody wearing a mask, that we had to wear during the pandemic, and especially the real expensive ones that they made a lot of money off of, and they're basically just telling you they didn't do any good. People are making jokes about that. They said, "My God, if there was a fart and there was a really bad stinky fart and it didn't block it, what makes you think?" I'm sorry. What makes you think that this mask was gonna protect you from a virus? Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we had lunch yesterday. Who had lunch yesterday? Where am I? Where am I missing here? Lisa. Lisa Davis is up here. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? We were just informed there was another storm on the way next week. Oh my god. Yeah, so we got sun out here today, as you can see behind me. It's sunny. I'm gonna go I love putting the sun on my face, and I actually do kinda get where I get some sun in the eyes. I don't wear any sunglasses. I've just been reading too much on that. Let's see what else we have out here. Let's see what else we have. There looks like there's a lot of flooding. Um, yeah, especially in Iran. My God, that they're going to send that country back to a time where they can just rebuild everything. So yeah. Um, the secret to living into 100 is high cholesterol. Breaking. This is coming from my health bot out there. And what is the first thing you do when you go to the doctor and they say, "We're going to draw some blood on you"? Oh my God, Janine, your blood pressure is really high and your cholesterol is really right at that border. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. I don't think so. A massive Swedish study tracking over 800,000 people for 35 years just revealed every single the centurion had high total cholesterol. The higher your LDL, the longer you live. Now it's really funny because when my mother was alive, she kept telling me, "Janine, watch your LDL," and she says my LDL is really high. And let me tell you, I blame them. I totally blame them for her. She was 76 when she passed. And she had a basket full of medication. All right, let's see here. Who else do we have out here? I'm just kind of giving you guys some of the stories on the LDL, and you guys do your own research. I'm not telling you whether it's right or not. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, funny video I wish I could show you. So there is a blowed up doll of Jesus just floating down the highway on Good Friday. I'm gonna see if I can share this one with you guys. Turn off the sound and let me see if I could share this one with you. So I'm laughing at it and you guys can't even see it. Let's see here. I think it's a screen. Let's see. One, two, three. Nope. The screen. Come on. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Sorry about this, you guys. Let me stop sharing altogether and start this again. 1 second. I wonder why it's taking a little longer. They said they're going to work it on our internet here Here we go. Here we go. So, uh, let me just play this. Good Friday, you guys. So the comment on this one here is, unless you want to put your own comments in on that one, I didn't expect his return to go down like this. I didn't expect his return to go down like this on Good Friday. Wonder what that got away from what church? Calling all churches out there, if you are missing Jesus, Jesus is he's on leaps and bounds across highway. I don't know, where is this in California? Oh my goodness! Oh my god, it looks like he landed. What is this? Come on, watch this one more time at the very end. Hope you guys can see this. The watch this where he lands right on the building, and he sticks it. Oh my goodness, yes. All right, what a way to end this here. Okay, so this is what we have. It's Good Friday, and I'm glad to see all of you. Just let you know I'm doing a little update. My eye is much better, and it's interesting. So, I didn't get to the doctor, to the eye doctor. I actually canceled the appointment because the insurance that I have a very high deductible. So I asked them, how much is this going to cost me? And they said $100. And my husband ran down to the, I don't know if it was Walgreens or CVS, and he got over the counter stuff, and everything went away with the over the counter. First time ever. I did eye wash. I did this thing called sty. I did the hot towel rag about 6 to 7 times a day. Just again, wanted to say thank you, Shelly. Shelly actually reached out to me, and we talked a little bit, and Robbie sent me some stuff, says, Janine, just keep that hot rag on there. The sty, this bump, I don't know what it is. Honestly, they would have to do an x-ray to find out what it is, because as much hot stuff I put on it, the hot towel, it's never gone down. They said it should be gone in 3 or 4 days. I think there's something else going on there. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this weather report. This weather, this flying Jesus is made his. Well, actually, he's not supposed to come back until Sunday. This is Good Friday. Anyways, I just want to tell everyone, take care. And if you do celebrate Easter, sending lots of blessings and love to each and every one of you. And I'll see you guys next week.